It's the Independence 40 season. It's 8:16. Welcome to Island Tea. And I got my man AZ with me. What's up?
Hey, good morning to everybody. Hoping everyone is having a fabulous day. As you say, this is the post-independence celebration. We are still in the mood for independence, and we have just celebrated the anniversary of our 40th independence. And so, we're still beaming with pride. We're still out there talking about independence, how far we have come as a people, the steps that we have made, the progress, the challenges, the triumphs, more steps to go. Independence 40, I can't wait to see the progress in years to come, the development of St. Kitts and Nevis. And it's amazing, it's exciting, and I'm sure others are willing to contribute to their country, contribute to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis to keep it strong and to keep it going. I wish to share a quote with persons who are listening this morning, just a small quote, hopefully for inspiration. Sometimes we need that quote that inspires us to continue. We need those words that inspire us to continue. And it's so profound, the power of words. As simple as it may be, it's so interesting. It's really amazing how words really do impact and the power words have. And so I want to share some powerful words with you this morning, hopefully to inspire you and to keep you going for those persons who might feel a bit daunted now and again and want, that encouragement to continue. And it's a quote. It says, "Believe when others doubt, work hard when others refuse, save when others waste, stay when others quit, and you'll win when others lose." And I'll say it again. Believe when others doubt, work when others refuse, save when others waste, stay when others quit, and you'll win when others lose. I'm going to just say it one last time. Believe when others doubt, work when others refuse, save when others waste, stay when others quit, and you will win when others lose. So that's the bit of positive quotes here this morning. And I just want to inspire persons. There might be persons out there, whatever task you have before you, there might be doubters, there might be persons who say to you that it cannot be done. I want to encourage you to banish self-doubt and ignore the noise, as it has been popularly coined, and to continue to do what you have to do. Work when others refuse to work, and save when others waste. Stay when others quit. And you are bound to be successful, or ought to be successful. So continue doing, continue pushing, continue being you regardless. And I want to wish you a wonderful morning this morning as we continue to discuss issues, stories, highlights within the news, and we encourage persons to call in to be a part of the program and to share with us your views and a number of things that are happening here within St. Christopher and Nevis. And one thing that has made the airways just last night and the social media is the alleged plane crash over Nevis. And
Yeah, it did crash.
yeah. So I have not seen an official story as yet. I assume that information is being gathered.
Yeah, well,
it could be published to the public.
Reports that they were leaving Antigua and they were trying to.
Oh, so you've seen reports. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, good.
So
good.
they had engine trouble. So a one engine Piper. So
wow.
they had engine trouble on the way to St. Martin. So they were trying to make an emergency landing at Newcastle Airport.
Wow.
But the plane died before then, so they had to basically crash into the water. But they swam to safety. Yeah, that's right. Two people.
So they're good.
Yeah,
As
they're
in,
just minor injuries. I guess maybe
oh,
some scratches.
okay,
and stuff,
okay,
you know.
okay.
Maybe a sprained
Yeah,
ankle here
well, at
or
least no
there,
life was
stuff
lost.
like that. Yeah.
I heard about it, but I never
Yeah,
had the opportunity to
mhm.
actually read
In
what.
fact, a pilot friend of mine
Yeah.
WhatsApped me about 15 minutes ago
Mhm.
and asked me if I had heard about it, and I sent the story to him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when it comes to those, planes, for me at least, I have always, and I'm sure others will share the view as well. When you're up in the sky, for me, you feel so vulnerable. As in, there's nothing that you can do at that point in time. At least for me, when I fly,
But counterintuitively, flying is one of the safest
it
things.
is.
Until it's not. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But statistically,
Yes.
it's like it's much safer to fly.
Yes,
You know.
it is statistically.
But then,
But I just feel, for instance, when I'm ever in a plane, I just feel, it's out of my hands at this point in time. As opposed when I'm in a vehicle driving, even though I'm not the driver, I feel, and even though statistically speaking, the chances of, a tragedy happening on the road in a vehicle is much greater. Somewhat, I mean, even if it's mentally, I feel as though I have more control on the ground.
but the
I
funny
think it's
thing
just
is,
a mental thing.
we talk ish about Liat, right? But
Mhm.
we talk a lot of trash about Liat, and when you think about it,
Their safety
leave
record,
island anytime.
the
Yes,
safety record
that's
is,
what, that's
is,
what
is
was-
to be commended.
That's what I was gonna.
Yeah,
point
and in
to,
fact,
you
when
know?
I hear people at times,
I still think they should die though. But anyway, yeah.
Jamster, how can you say that after giving them such
I
rosy
hate to- I hate-
commendation?
I hate to see people wasting money. So, sorry.
Yes. So, I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes I'm sure you've been on a flight as well, and there has been a delay, and persons complain in relation to delay, especially even if it's something mechanical. Have you ever had that experience where you're waiting on a plane and you're about to board, but then it's delayed and they say, okay, then they have mechanical issues, and persons still make a fuss of it? Have that ever happened to you, Jamster?
Say that again.
Have that ever happened where you are about to board a flight, but there is some delay, and the reason for the delay is mechanical issues, and persons complain about that?
Oh, I don't think so. No. But I've heard of it happening.
Yeah, I've
talk about
I've had,
talk
I've had
about
that experience more than once,
talk
and I'm,
about being unself-aware
and I'm thinking to myself, yes, I know
and
you're
no sense of irony.
Yeah, I know you're disappointed in the delay, but aren't you happy that they are
Fixing it.
fixing
Mhm.
whatever could be of danger to you and others and all of us who are about to board that flight? So it's best that you fix the problem, even though that it results in a delay.
It could be maybe even a third of Liat's latenesses were due to undisclosed niggles that they said, no, we're not leaving here until it's fixed, even if we're 2 hours late.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, right? So
Yes. And so I think, it just proves the point that we, sometimes we complain about things even when, there's no need to complain about it if we look at it in the grand scheme of things. In addition to that, that...
So apparently, wait.
Oh, go
apparently-
ahead.
No, apparently, my pilot friend is telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there were 2 incidents because he said when he asked, the person who told him
Mm-hmm.
didn't know about the plane crash, but they were telling him about a Dash 8 that were responding to a boat which capsized outside Connery last night. You know anything about that?
No.
Yes, I just told him, and that's what I was typing when you were asking me that question. I told him I didn't know about that, so I guess hopefully we'll get more about that. So, newsroom, if you're listening, apparently a Dash 8 responded to a boat which supposedly capsized outside Connery last night.
Yeah, wow. So really we need to get the news on those, and
Completely separate from the plane crash.
I hope that... So you said there's a
Oh,
boat.
apparently they're going to try and... It seems as though the plane isn't far from land, so it seems as though they're going to try and get the plane out of the water.
Okay.
That was in the report I saw as well, which probably points to the fact that it's fairly close to land.
Yes.
I know, but hey, thank God those the 2 pilots are safe, because as safe as the irony is, as safe as flying is,
Mm-hmm.
fatalities are usually the case.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
when things go wrong,
They really
so,
go wrong,
yeah.
and they really
So when
go
people,
wrong to the point that
yeah,
it's almost certain that
yeah.
that thing is gonna happen.
So
I
when
don't even
people-
want to
yeah.
call that word.
So when people survive a plane crash,
Mhm.
I mean that's like
Yeah.
that's like beating the odds on steroids, you could say.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
gosh, I don't even like to put those two words together. To be
Odds and
honest,
steroids.
no,
What?
plane and that other word. I
Crash.
don't.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even like to. I don't even like to.
I'm
you know.
logical. My thing is, planes are safe until they're not. I'm gonna hope that the not doesn't happen when I'm on the plane.
Oh god.
Right.
Yeah, I just
I just throw up my when I have to go somewhere. I just throw up my hands and I go, oh hey, I have to go from A to B. I'm going. Something happens.
I often tell people
I can't do anything about it.
I love getting to my destination, but the modes, I just try not to think about the mode of transport. But I do like to get to the destination.
It reminds me of a lot of the big artists that
Mhm.
many of us never got to see
Uh-huh.
because they didn't apparently Peter Tosh was part of the Whalers,
Yeah.
a big part of their disagreement, and apparently Bunny Whaler to some extent
Mhm.
is that they didn't like flying.
Mm.
So, a lot of times they would have concerts and those guys wouldn't want to go, and
Yeah.
and a lot of other artists are like
But
that
look how
too.
look how we've lost some, in addition to persons and number of persons like that, but some celebrities, as you mentioned. Look at Aaliyah. Yeah. Even that's the Bahamas
under
during that time.
very sad circumstances.
And
Because apparently she didn't want to go on the plane.
yeah,
you
she
know,
didn't at that time. She didn't want to go
because they went
based
to
on
shoot
the
the video.
reports. Yes.
They went to shoot the video for Rock the Boat,
Yeah.
and then
I
they
listened to the documentary,
Yeah,
and it was.
yeah.
And
in fact, the manager picked her up and carried her onto the
yeah,
plane.
in fact, they would have given us
That's crazy.
substance to.
Yes, I heard about that too.
Yeah, based on the reports and the documentary that I
Oh my
listened
God.
to, they give her substance so she would calm down, and based on the documentary too, apparently the pilot might not have been as certified as they would have thought. Yes.
Oh boy.
So, especially in relation to the maneuvering those kind of
Yeah.
aircrafts, because
Yeah.
different aircrafts require different skill,
Yeah.
yes, and experience,
Okay.
and so those kind of things, and so we just have to give thanks, for journeying mercies, and talking about travel. I have seen something issued on the Prime Minister's Facebook page, and apparently, Dr. Terence Drew, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, he has posted something that says, "Greetings, I have arrived safely in New York for the 78th United Nations General Assembly via American Airlines." He goes on to say, "Thank you for a marvelous Independence 40 celebration. We deserved it. The Independence Reset is for the people. Let's be grateful and patient with the rollout, as this has never been done before. I ask for patience with our institution. Through good management and hard work, this reset is possible. Thanks to the Cabinet and its hard work. To achieve your benefits, please visit St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, the Water Department, and NHC St. Kitts. For the workers' bonus through Social Security Board St. Kitts Nevis, it will apply to all who have contributed 26 payments or 6 to 7 months to the Social Security Fund. Our workers worked hard to achieve and build our independent democracy. I want to emphasize that we must redouble our efforts. We must work hard to secure more years." And it goes, #Independence Matters, #Reset, #Gratefulness, #Independence 40. So those were, that was a message that was posted on the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, on his Facebook page, indicating, that short message and the independence reset. And, persons have been promised that they would receive $1,000 as part of the package. And, this was issued by the government. It says, independence reset, workers reset. Thank you for helping to build our country. It says, $1,000 to contribute to Social Security Fund. Only pensioners and active workers who reside in St. Kitts and Nevis will qualify. No registration required. Financed through savings from the Citizenship by Investment Program. So initially, Jamster, a message was sent via the government with a post on it indicating that $1,000 would be given to contributors of Social Security, and only pensioners and active workers who reside in St. Kitts and Nevis qualify. After that post was made, there were further qualifications given. So, in addition to what was said, I think that persons thought that they would have received the $1,000 once they are registered with Social Security. And so, having read what I have read from the page of the Prime Minister just recently, it seems that there is a further qualification or further requirement to be made for persons who seek this Social Security. And it will only apply, and it will apply to those persons who have contributed 26 payments or 6 to 7 months to the Social Security Fund. And the Prime Minister made some announcements and, in relation to some of the departments, and some persons and some of the word on the street would have been whether there was consultation before, especially with these departments, before the announcements were made. And that is something to consider, because, and why I guess persons would wonder whether or not, I'm not saying that there was no consultation, but I guess why persons would wonder whether or not there had been consultation is because that at different times an announcement is made, and we've seen where announcements have been made and you are very enthused by what has been said, and then there are further requirements that follow that would either reduce or limit, or even to some extent considerably eliminate persons from receiving what has been said. And so the question in the minds of some persons have been, and I think the assumption is reasonable based on what has transpired, the circumstances where it is that announcements are made, and then after that announcement, when you're fired up and ready, further announcements are made, additional requirements, and persons wonder whether or not these plans were put in place initially. Again, $1,000, I know persons are grateful. Having spoken to persons on the ground, many persons are grateful for the $1,000. Some persons have questioned.
You got yours yet?
No, I don't. Not from when I looked yesterday. I didn't see anything. Did you?
Well, my wife told me that they said they're gonna start rolling it out this week, so it might be like
persons have said this week, and based on what has been given, it said it will be done the same way for citizenship by investment. The way in which you get the 500 or 250.
But
it will be done in the same manner. But what persons were expecting is that, based on the initial message that was given, that more or less all you had to do was to have registered with Social Security, and you would have been given that opportunity to receive that $1,000. But further information have suggested and have highlighted that you have to have made at least 26 payments or 6 to 7 months of payment. So there's a further category. So some persons, I guess, will not be within the category, even though previously they would have assumed based on the correspondence that they would have been a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So we are left to see, as it relates to the $1,000 and when that would be received. No, a lot of persons are grateful for the assistance. We realize that the economy and the cost of living is rather high. And I know there are persons, because you're in discussions with persons at different times, and there are persons who are wondering, who are concerned about the contributions made from Social Security, and would make comments whether or not the monies will be left. And again, I give the benefit of the doubt to the government that they are aware of the circumstances, best suited to see the finances of St. Kitts and Nevis, and best suited to see whether or not the $1,000 is one that could be granted to persons without any ill effects. Whether or not the outcome of the $1,000 would be left to be seen, and to see whether or not the impact of it, whether negative or positively on our economy and within the hands of our citizens. But on the face of it, I know people are grateful for that, and it can go a long way to meet some of the expenses that persons have.
I really would like us to move away from the politics for a while. It's really exhausting, honestly. Let's stop talking about St. Kitts politics and Labour and Pam and
we're talking about it's not Labour and Pam, but wait, Jams,
I'm really tired. I'm honestly really tired of this stuff.
We can go on to a different discussion, but these are things that are in the news.
I agree.
And what I don't want people to take away from is that this is political. But I think people say political, but they really mean partisan, because politics is all about governance. Politics is all about policies, and these are policies that we are discussing. Are they not, Jamster?
Yeah, but I think you want to wear all your hats at the same time, and you
can't. No, I don't think so. I have highlighted here this morning. I have highlighted the initiatives proposed by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. I have also said that persons are grateful, and I've also highlighted some of the criticisms. So I'm not wearing any other hat but the host hat this morning, and trying to engage and have a discussion on topics that are within the news, Jamster.
I understand you have to earn your keep.
Within the news. Earn what keep? I work for myself, Jamster. I don't understand what you're saying about earning your keep.
All keeps aren't about being
Jamster,
paid with dollar signs.
These
are
topics of discussion that I don't know should not be discussed, because they're within the news. We started off with the airplane, and then now we are discussing about
Guyana
the policies.
Guyana may possibly go to war with Venezuela.
Oh, so that's not a serious topic.
I'm just
Is it not?
I'm just being a little over the top.
I know, but
I'm just being a little over the top with that headline.
So that headline that you have just read, is that not serious news? Is war
serious news,
not serious?
It's serious news, but
what can be more serious than war?
Okay,
there is a chance to lose life and livelihood.
Let me read this sober and let me abandon my sensationalist headline and let me read the nice sober headline.
Yes.
Guyana says it will spare no effort to defend its territory. Because Venezuela has been claiming apparently 2/3 of some of the oil blocks that they've discovered.
So this maritime. So this is other news. So we
I just want to get away. It's independence.
I know.
I mean, listen.
I know, but wait, Jam. So wait.
Yeah.
So we clip the local news. So I have made the mention of the government and the initiative that they have given. We invite callers to weigh in on a variety
they're coming in now. Let's take the callers. Let them talk. Let the callers do the heavy lifting. I'm really not in the mood. Call go right ahead.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Morning, I'm good. Azard, good morning.
Good morning.
Jamster, I want to agree with you. Sarcastically, Azard, for me, this is
Go ahead,
Azard
Go
caller.
ahead. Go ahead.
is speaking the way he's speaking because, as you say, and for the want of a better word, he's trying to own his keep.
When you say earn my keep, be very clear because persons might not understand what you mean, such as myself.
Because you're saying that you know that some people endorse and welcome the assistance, but with the flip of the tongue, it's like we sit, and why I say I agree with them, because we sit and we want to bring out the politics in everything.
What?
The
Okay,
fact
let me ask you. Let me ask you. What politics have I brought out? Tell me.
I listened to you yesterday, right? Because I listened to you guys pretty often.
Yes,
right?
yes, and I appreciate that you listen. Thank you so much for listening.
This is me.
Yes.
A caller message you. You didn't want to speak to the topic, but somebody messaged you and spoke, messaged you and told you about the first Prime Minister being absent from the Jones show. And, I mean, you don't want to speak to it. You don't want to speak to it. Or for me, I could have said, okay, let the caller call in and voice what they want to voice. But you was happy. You was happy to speak to it.
Let me say this, caller. I thought when I saw the drone show, I said I was going to mention it. When I came in the morning, I said, you know what? Let me not mention it. But then there were a number of persons who indicated the same thing that I would have thought or thought about during the drone show. And I said, you know what? There are persons who really have a concern like myself, and let me hear those concerns. I am saying I was not happy to speak about it because I had wished that I did not have to speak about it if it was that there was inclusion in the whole process and inclusion in the display and inclusion in the recognition. That's not something, the lack of inclusion isn't something I'm happy to speak about. But I speak about it because I feel that it is necessary.
Or because you're trying to own your keep.
There's no keep for me to earn. I work for myself. And I have views, and I highlight those views as much as possible.
He's a one-man party, don't you know?
A one-man party? What do you mean, Jamster?
You say you own your keep, you work for yourself.
Yes. So usually when people say that, it means financially. So I want to say, I work for myself.
PAM, People's Azard Movement.
But Jamster, you are funny, Jamster. I see where you get your comedy from. But continue, caller. You could continue your point.
A little bit, right? Because I tried to get me, and I did not.
So let me wait before you go. Let me ask you because this is on my mind, and this is a question coming from me. You looked at the drone show?
No, I did not. Unfortunately, I fell asleep.
Okay, so the drone show excluded Sir the first Prime Minister and also Sir Simeon Daniel, who were both instrumental in the independence celebration that we have now. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on it, right? Honestly, they were excluded. There wasn't a part of it. And here is me speaking. If it was intentional, it is wrong. If it was an oversight, then we move past it and we hope that next year or the years to come or any other functions, they would be mindful to include them.
Okay, let me ask you this then. If it is an oversight and not intentional, but you say nothing about it, would they not continue to do what they have done, considering that it's something that they have overlooked? If you overlook something and no one says anything about what you have overlooked, because to overlook means that you have not remembered. And so there's a possibility of you not remembering again. Don't you think that someone should highlight or remind you, you overlooked this, and this is something. So that's what we did yesterday, didn't we do that? We shone light on something that was overlooked.
Okay, all right, guys, go on.
You personally were basing on that point. I think a caller called in and the caller said like this. Okay, we're basing on the exclusion of the first Prime Minister drone show.
And
he don't have
also Mr. Daniel of blessed memory.
Okay. And we're basing on it. Didn't we have any plus?
Oh yes, I did say, Carl, if you listen to me, I said the display was beautiful. The display was wonderful. I said that. I said all of that.
Mr. Gumbs, I'm not educated as you, right? But there's something they call what the word is?
Sarcasm. But I'm not being sarcastic when I said the displays were beautiful. They were well done and well displayed.
That came over. Now, when the caller called and said about changing the date, you are adamant that, we always have it on that date. Yes, we always have it on that date. But something as country above still. The honorable gentleman went to the ceremony for a national heroes day. And then he left and went to a breakfast, I think you all organized.
He left after the event and went to a breakfast organized by the People's Action Movement. That is correct. Go ahead, Carl.
He left after. So if it is country above self, couldn't the People's Action Movement say, for this occasion, let us shift our date?
Let me ask you a question, Carlo. Have you ever
ask me questions, but not answering to what I'm asking you.
No, because in answering your question, I'm asking you this question for you to just think about it, and then I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
Have you ever planned an event?
Yes.
So you know when you're planning an event, right, Carlo, that there is payment that has to be made. There are agreements between parties, especially planning an event at a location. There are sometimes there are plans in advance, sometimes even months in advance to get individuals to the event. Persons would have made their schedule around that particular event. The notice,
I know where you're going, you know.
The notice about the Independence Parade was done after the planning of the event. So to move and to structure and to change, that will have proved difficult and perhaps resulted in a financial loss. Let me say this also, that imagine Sir Kennedy Simmons sitting there and, supporters of the People's Action Movement, because you're saying that the People's Action Movement had an event and that they were there. Imagine sitting in the stand and looking at that beautiful display, the drone display, and imagine how those persons and himself would have felt that being the first prime minister, the prime minister who actually was there during independence, not even being highlighted. I think,
but someone asked
in the face of it, that would have been so disheartening for him.
Someone is asking a question: were the images of Southwell and France included in the drone show?
No, they weren't. But what I'm saying...
So why is that not an issue for you? That's a very good point.
What I'm saying... Well,
Nevis wasn't...
I said...
Wasn't...
In all fairness...
equitably represented in
I said Simeon Daniel and I said Sir Kennedy Simmons, because those are two standouts as it relates to the leaders who would have been at the forefront at the time. And yes, so
but it's the 40th anniversary. You're doing a drone show. Why?
But listen to it.
To the commenter's point. Why?
Southwell of blessed memory would have died, I think, in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Simeon Daniel and Sir Kennedy would have been, there in 1983. I'm not saying that those persons couldn't be included in the contributions as well. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that it's even more glaring that the two leaders who were there at the time of independence, who would have cemented.
I understand
Cemented the independence.
You don't
were
think-
not there.
you don't
I'm
think-
not saying that there aren't other things or other persons to be included, but for those two being the ones who really cemented independence, not to be included, is unfortunate.
You don't think we're belaboring these points a little too much?
I don't
now?
think that we're belaboring the point. The fact is, I was not on this point. Initially, the caller made the point. I have heard the discussion on other radio stations. So it's not a matter of belaboring the point. I think it is something that persons really, it's a discussion really that is, intriguing, and a discussion that is interesting, and one that I think is of concern of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Damn, sir. Hello?
Yes.
I want to agree with you. Let's get away from the politics. Let's speak to some more items in the news.
Thank you, caller. But caller, you do acknowledge the point that you were the one who started this point, the discussion that we had right now on the.
I also acknowledge that you haven't answered any question that I asked, but you keep asking me questions. Anyway, let's get away from that and speak to something else in the news.
Okay.
I heard it.
Fair enough. Let's go.
There was some Haitian, I think it's 10, according to the news, that was found off St. Kitts, and the news is saying, according to the news, that they were heading from Dominica to St. Martin, and then they developed, engine trouble, and they were drifted into the Federation. I am finding it quite strange because this is the second batch that was leaving Dominica to St. Martin, but they ended up, the first set ended up in St. Kitts. They're now in the country living until whenever such time. So what do you guys think about that? Hello?
Say that again, caller.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. We need to take a break, and we have some segments coming up. We have CIBC joining us at 9:15, and the Taiwanese Embassy along with Solid Waste should be at 9:30. So let's take a quick break and come back. It's 8:55. Man, politics is exhausting. Wow.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Enjoy your summer with the Bank of Nevis Limited. It's that time, and the bank has the perfect summer loan package for you. Take a vacation, enjoy a staycation, advance yourself academically, or prepare your children for back to school. It's your choice with up to $30,000 unsecured loan with an attractive low interest rate. Additionally, up to 5 years to repay. The Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Offer ends September 30th, 2023. Bond strong.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back for free groceries with every hire purchase will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 $100 in cash back and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cash back. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Life is unpredictable. When a serious illness strikes, such as cancer, heart attack, or stroke, the Family Critical Illness Plan from Kuna Caribbean Insurance can provide an extra layer of financial protection for you and your family against out-of-pocket expenses. Select a plan that fits your needs and get up to $90,000 in coverage. No medical examination is required. Contact your credit union or one of their approved family indemnity plan providers to enroll today. To learn more, call 466-9453 or visit their website at kunacaribbean.com. Kuna Caribbean Insurance, for all people.
$8.57 Island Tea continues. Let's get some humor up in here. How about that?
Yeah, we're gonna take it down. So what do you have humorous for us?
I had a story. Someone shared with me. A pastor had a funny anecdote that he gave to the church, and the pastor kind of went beast mode on somebody, right? After driving. I thought it was funny. I mean, it cracked up the congregation. So I sent that to you guys like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
So tell us the joke.
Well, no, I'm gonna play it.
Okay, play the joke.
I have to set up. But let's get some phone calls going. Don't forget we have CIBC coming up at 9:15. Caller, go right ahead. Caller, what's up?
Talk to us.
Now you need some breakfast or something? Okay, maybe the eggs were burning or something. Maybe the bacon was burning and they had to rush to the stove or something. I don't know. The porridge was boiling over.
Maybe. Or maybe they just sipping some tea and it got hot and they had to cool down. So yes.
Okay, here we go again.
Okay.
Island Tea, you're on.
Morning.
Morning, caller. How are you?
I'm okay. Listen, you get a message. The message you get. The person asked about the boat that ended up here with the migrants.
We have say that again.
The person, I'm asking to say the message you get. Where the first somebody asked what happened to the migrants that end up here, who leave from Dominica to St. Martin.
Oh, so you're saying that there should be like a follow-up?
You remember that?
Yeah, but I'm saying you're saying that you'd like a follow-up as to what?
I'm asking you just so you get a message. That's what I'm asking.
If I got a message, where would I get a message from?
You spoke about it earlier. I'm asking you to say the message you get out somebody calling out.
I spoke about
That's what I'm trying to find out.
No, I didn't say anything about Dominicans earlier.
But you spoke about that earlier. You forget?
You mean
I'm here listening.
You talking about the Dash 8 and the boats?
When the person spoke about the boat that leave Dominica to St. Martin and end up in sinking waters. You don't remember that?
You talking about this one? No, but let me explain. Someone, a pilot friend of mine got mixed up with the plane crash and some boat incident which I didn't know about. So you're giving me more I'm assuming you're giving me more information about the boat incident. I didn't know the boat would have happened.
This is thing that happened must have been earlier this year, late last year. You don't know what I'm talking about?
But you said we mentioned...
Anyway, forget it.
That's very odd.
I'm
confused.
You mentioned something this morning.
But I didn't say anything about migrants or Dominica. I said that the plane was on its way from Antigua to St. Martin, and then when I was telling my pilot friend when he asked someone, he heard the rumor about the plane crash, and someone told him, "Oh, there's something about the Dash 8 helping a boat." That's all they said about the boat. So I thought he was saying that that boat had people that were heading to St. Martin. So I'm confused, and he's upset at me for what? I don't know. Chill, dude, chill. Go have some breakfast.
Yes, I see. It has been a heated morning.
Bro,
It's a bit chilly outside, but the heat is inside. And so,
okay,
yes.
here we go with the calls.
Yes.
Island T, you're on. Hello, Island T, you're on.
Hello, good morning.
Wow. Hello, Island T, you're on.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, there seems to be some confusion about this Dominica boat, but what it appears, though, when people are not talking about the incident that where the boat came aground, not ran aground, but came aground in Gallows Bay, Nevis. Seems there's a more recent incident, probably last night or something, where a boat claiming again to be going to St. Martin ran aground this time in St. Kitts with some 10 Sadrigas Haitians, including a little baby on board. And we just find it so strange.
And this happened last night, and this happened last night.
It seems so.
Yeah, I don't
It
understand.
seems strange that these boats head into St. Martin from Dominica. Don't seem to want to go any other place but St. Kitts or Nevis. And I believe that we should be doing something about it. We just can't allow it to continue like that, because they're running around at convenient beaches. They're not running around in rocky places.
Yeah. You know what? If I'll tell it both of you, AZ and the caller. I had a thought 2 days ago when the money was the $1,000 payment was announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought, I said, with all these when stories and accounts get told in these other islands about all these types of things happening in St. Kitts, $500 here, $500 there, $1,000 there. I thought that, don't be surprised if this leads to mass migration to St. Kitts, legal or illegal.
It is a magnet.
Jamso, I'm going to tease you. Are you bringing politics in the talk about this?
This is not politics.
Oh, I thought so. It's about
this is
policy,
just common
right?
sense.
It's about policy.
This is like modern day El Dorado stuff.
Yeah, because we're not hearing about boats running aground in Montserrat, Guadeloupe, Antigua, and those places. They seem to be running around in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Exactly.
So there's obviously some objective in mind. We can't be that foolish.
We're saying that we are perceived to be doing so well that others want to come
That's
ashore.
right. And I think when we think with our increase in minimum wage and academic, because we already had the highest minimum wage in the OECS, and going up further, it becomes an attraction for persons like places like Dominica, where life could be a little bit harder.
I just find it curious that we didn't hear anything about. Well, I guess the plane crash overshadowed that story because
Probably did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have a good day.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Interesting. So that's what. But why was that caller getting so upset with me? I mentioned the boat. That's the only thing I knew, that Dash 8 was helping a boat. That's what they said. I didn't know that this was another problem with with people magically landing on our, getting grounded on our beaches. Caller, go right ahead.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, if there's a boat incident, and definitely, like Jamster said, that plane that they said went down off of Nevis, would overshadow this, or it seems like it is overshadowing it already. But you remember when they had the pandemic, when the Antiguans was giving kudos to the former prime minister when they was giving out those what they call those the monies that they was giving out during the pandemic to keep the people going.
You mean
Antiguans them?
You mean this stimulus package?
Yes, those type of stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Antiguans them was commenting about it, and firstly, you remember these comments by we up here in Antigua, we wish we had that Timothy Harris as our prime minister. You remember comments like that, right?
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
So
and then similarly, I could imagine some of the migrants already here could be telling people in Haiti, Dominica, the Dominican Republic.
yes, they're spreading the word.
come,
They're
come,
spreading the word.
and this cannot be allowed. You can't just have people.
No, this can't.
Yo,
This can't be allowed, man. Cinco San Neves is too small for this stuff because, we got freedom of movement in the Caribbean, right? But if you realize that the history behind this stuff is that when the big islands down, they have the natural resources and they didn't want to share it with the small islands. And then Cinco San Neves started doing so good, it's like a magnet. You know what I'm saying? The economy is doing good. They got the people, the literacy rate is up. You know what I'm saying? The minimum wage is up. Those things are attractive, man. We in Cinco San Neves sometimes we complain a lot, but we're doing really good compared to other places. And the borders are open. You know what I mean? First of all, if you do something in your yard, bro, within 5 minutes on the other side of Cinco San Neves, people know what's going on. If we had an incident last night or yesterday, the Coast Guard should have already done being on that already. You know what I mean? And they should have done being releasing a statement early this morning. We should not be here speculating, but let's just wait and see what's going to come out. But the Coast Guard need to be on the game, bro. National security in Cinco San Neves, that portfolio, and they need to focus on that. We cannot afford to let these people crush our borders, and we have to strengthen up our immigration policies and stuff, man. Because and you see Belize and the Bahamas, these countries or these islands, they put certain things in place. They started asking to have visa requirements for even Jamaicans and Haitians to come to their country. Dr. Drew, they got to focus on this stuff, man. Cinco San Neves is too small for that. We already have so much other nationalities coming here. You know what I mean? If we just allow these people to crush our shores like this with no policy in place, they're gonna overrun us, bro. Because when the Haitians then crash like Jamaica and stuff like that, they send them back. Yet still, we're the smallest in the OECS, and we had a case, and we still I'm not even that clear of what happened to the Haitians that crashed in Nevis and the Africans that crashed in St. Kitts, the Cameroons. What became of those people is still not clear to some of us. You know what I mean? I don't know if Azard could shed any light back on those two incidents, but I'll keep listening off the air, man. But we got to stand up for our own country, bro.
Yeah, you're talking about the last update with the Cameroons. Oh, he gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, based on I know that there was, we had a whole show talking about the refugee status and everything here on the studio. We have not had an update as it relates to that, and I haven't seen an update.
Let's squeeze in another
at
one.
all. Yes.
Call, go right ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, I just want to support everything that last caller just said. I mean, growing up, I used to listen to this song by Neil Diamond. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. They're coming to St. Kitts now. And this is our Caribbean people. But here's the thing, guy. I think we need to pay attention. We need to seriously pay attention when the government officials, immigration, everyone need to pay attention of the influx of how these things are happening. And I think a caller before the last one mentioned how these boats are now running ashore. It almost seems like it's, should I say, a plan or it's a design to have these boats running ashore in our waters. So we have work to do. Immigration, our security personnel, we need to pay attention because people are ending up, whether legal or illegal. We need to pay attention to this because, like the caller said, we are the smallest. Now, my question is with what we heard in Parliament on Monday about the $1,000. Is this a government initiative What I mean by that is, because, before I get to that, let me say this. We've been hearing the Prime Minister talk about green economy, orange economy. Whose green economy and orange economy initiative? Is it something that somebody put? Was it someone else's idea put into his head, or did he come upon that with it on his own? And this $1,000. My question is, what does that have to do with the World Economic Forum as a part to the New World Order? That's the question I'm thinking, and I need. Azard, you are a lawyer. Maybe a journalist need to ask these questions, because when it might come across like the government that is in office right now is doing something good, we need answers as to whose initiative it is.
But Journey, you see, I like how you said that, because at times when you ask questions, persons say that you should shut up because you're being negative. But you see,
and Jamster was playing a bit on you earlier this morning too.
Because sometimes and they make it seem as though persons aren't out there with genuine questions, and persons don't approach you with questions. At times, I just share what persons have asked of me. Perhaps they don't
this
have
is serious, because you see, there are those in the public who say, "Oh, my government is doing this." Well, let us know seriously. Like I said, when the Prime Minister spoke of all that he highlighted about money that went missing in Development Bank, well, it's almost like a recitation now. But let us see someone be held accountable, because you are the authority now. Bring whoever. That's why I said the law is for the lawless. Someone commit crime against the state, bring them to the public. Let the public know, because the same way we're going to pick up the lewd people on the street who are doing what they're doing, then we need to know who these people in jacket and ties are.
Yeah, and
are we going backward or forward?
Persons are going
That's why I am so in support of what Mia Motley's question. When would leaders lead? You're leading to bring you people from one stage to the next.
Okay.
And I am not seeing that happening.
Okay, Journey.
I'm not seeing it.
Journey, because we have a segment coming up with CIBC,
okay, man,
and
you.
they're supposed to be using the phone, so I guess we can chat in the meantime until we hear from them.
So it is interesting, and you see, persons have questions out there, and it reminds me of the term, that when you're a child, you are supposed to just take things as they go, where they say that, if you ask questions, you're being rude. And it just reminds me that the situation that we are in and the view that persons take, that if government does something or has a policy, you're just supposed to just take it as it is. Regardless, you're not supposed to ask any questions, you're not supposed to say anything, you're supposed to be silent, because any question, even to ask, okay, then how are we getting this money from? Okay, you're being negative, you're being political, you're being so many things when you're just asking a simple question. And maybe it is the lawyer within me that, encourage persons to speak, because that is what a democracy is. And I was shudder to think that persons that St. Kitts and Nevis reaches a point where it is that we can't ask questions. We can't. And persons feel that it's okay to muffle opinions or to even stifle the voice of persons who even dissent.
Yeah.
So I would hope that that is not what we are saying, or that is not what we're encouraging. And that we encourage persons to be thinkers, to ask questions. Asking questions doesn't mean that you disagree with a position. You're just asking a question as to gain more information. You may say to me, come downstairs, and I may simply ask, why? Why at this point in time should I come downstairs? You now giving me the reason why it's important to come downstairs. I may be better informed as to come downstairs and to be better equipped for whatever I need to do.
Okay, 9:15. I'm awaiting a call from CIBC. We're supposed to be hearing from Eberna White and Kimali Drew. And okay, I'm hoping this is them. Island T, you're on the air.
This is not them. But hear me quick. Reset.
Yes.
Sustainability. Smart home.
Yes.
Smart hospital.
Correct.
Canada. Trudeau. Smart city. The model.
Yes.
Canada and Australia. What the man saying serious? I getting scared with the way these words are here hammering in we head and the direction things going. Bless up.
Thank you so much. That was some cool effects, weren't it, Jamster?
I'm telling you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Carla.
Okay, so I was told they're supposed to call, so still awaiting their call.
Yeah, we're waiting a call from what's the acronym? Let me get it correct.
CIBC.
CIBC, yeah. Because I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, CIBC.
Island T, you're on the air.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm not. Should I hang up?
Yes, because I'm gonna have to. It seems as though I may have. They were supposed to call, but I might have to call them. So we can always continue this afterwards.
Yeah, please call back. I would like to hear your views and your opinion.
Okay, so
it's FCIB. FCIB. You gonna call them, Jamsa? Okay. So for persons listening right now, we are supposed to have
Island T, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, hi, good morning.
Good morning. This is Eberna White. And
finally.
Welcome to you.
Finally, yes, we were awaiting your call.
Thank
Eberna
you
White.
for having us. Thank you for having us. Are you hearing us clearly?
Yes, we are.
Great.
Yes.
So go right ahead, and you have Kimali White there with you. I take it.
Tell us, I'm sure listeners are excited to hear what you're going to speak about this morning. So give us a highlight of what you're going to speak about just before you go into it.
All right. We're going to talk about Get Comfy, and we're in the market, remaining in the St. Kitts market, and we've done so much over the period of the last 5 months, and we're getting comfortable. We want our clients and the whole entire market in St. Kitts to get comfortable with our bank and what we offer. So we're getting comfy, and this part of it talks about whether you're building or buying a home, or whether you've already own a home and you can switch. So we look at up to $1,000 off on your loan application fee, up to $500 off your home insurance, and up to $250 of your valuation cost. That is if you're building or buying. But if you already moved in, you can switch and get up to $10,000 towards your switching costs. And there you also get a pre-approved reward card that has up to 5,000 bonus points.
Wonderful.
It's all there, and
that sounds good. And when you talk about getting comfy, and I'm thinking about home, I'm thinking about mortgage, I'm thinking about being on the on the sofa, comfortable at home.
Yes, you know that owning a home or being comfortable with your mortgage repayment is one of the most important things in our family life. Having a place to go and call home, the space that we gather with families to eat, to share wonderful memories.
Okay, Eberna, let me ask you a question. And for those of you just joining us, it's 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. We've got CIBC, and it's all about their Get Comfy mortgage campaign. What are the advantages of switching your mortgage from another carrier to CIBC? Other than those nice prices you talked about.
Okay, First Caribbean is a relationship bank. We provide services that fits the lifestyle of our everyday person. So when you talk about being able to complete your transaction digitally, we're the one to think of. We've included, actually upgraded our ABMs to smart ABMs. Our loan procedure is fully online now. Even applying for an account, you can do this digitally. So we are a digitally enabled bank, one that is able to fit the lifestyle of our current market, our current customers, and our clients really enjoy that experience of banking. You get the full convenience to do your banking rather than having to queue up in lines. You can do transactions, any day of the week, pay your bills, send monies, everything that you need to do. Your banking is in the palm of your hand.
Okay. I see here your yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
You can also
Kamali.
deposit your checks online by taking a picture of it.
Okay, great. And I notice here it says that your minimum loan amount for the loans is $70,000 US. Could you, and the minimum loan period is 10 years. Could you expound a little bit on, the minimum, the loan amount, and that kind of thing, and also some of the other benefits? Like, I notice it also says here you have up to 95% financing, and that you also provide pre-approved Visa Gold and Visa Platinum cards with 5,000 bonus points. Explain what that means, and tell us basically all the benefits of switching to CIBC, switching your home ownership to a Get Comfy CIBC mortgage plan. Hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to get into this sweepstakes or to get into the promotion, it essentially means that your loan or your mortgage would be at least $190,000. We would find that most customers, their building or buying a home will cost more than that. So we would imagine that most customers will qualify already for this promotion.
I see.
Right? Mortgages tend to start from 10 years up to 30 years or up to your retirement age. That is what constitutes a mortgage for us.
Okay.
Right?
That sounds good.
And when we're looking at the pre-approved Visa card and the Visa Platinum credit card, usually when you start, if you make an application just outside of this promotion, you would need to start building points. So it takes $50,000 US to spend and to obtain 5,000 points. So you're getting a great kickstart with having 5,000 bonus points on your card.
Okay.
And that will actually equate to $50 US spend that you can use via digital wallet and either use it towards purchasing a ticket or use it on Amazon or any of those online platforms that you can use. You can redeem these points for.
Okay.
So the 5,000 bonus points is really, in monetary sense, $50 US that you can spend.
Okay. And you can do your Get Comfy switch to CIBC. I notice your campaign period is from, well, the deadline is March 1st, 2024. Is there anything you can tell interested listeners about perhaps the best time to do this between now and March 1st?
Yeah, we encourage everyone to call on us for more information. Our lenders are available to speak through this. Even Get Comfy, you may already have a home but interested in refinancing and getting an investment property. This is an excellent product for you. you can start by applying online. Look at for all the other events that we'll be having in the market, where you can interact with the realtors. This is an excellent product. We really encourage everyone to take full advantage of it. Come in and have a conversation with us.
It sounds awesome. Let me ask you a question, because I don't think it has been highlighted. What's the interest rate presently for the mortgage?
So the interest rates, they range from around 4% to 4.5%. And let me mention and make it clear that these rates are not really subject to changes and by any tiered basis or so. They will be for the life of your loan.
Wow, well, that's pretty good.
Okay.
4 to 5%. That's pretty good. And also, one of the things highlighted by in the CIBC Get Comfy campaign is a cover loan to pay your home insurance with up to 11 monthly installments. Break down that in easy language.
Talk about getting comfy. Talk about getting comfy. We got you covered. So you can go ahead living your life, enjoying your kids, taking vacation. We provide that loan on the side that helps when these insurance costs comes and your taxes come, that can help you pay those on a yearly basis.
Okay. So can you transfer a loan from let's say a credit union? Let's say you had a loan with a credit union.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. Now, folks, so once again, you're listening to us. We're with Eberna White and Kamali Drew from CIBC. It's all about the Get Comfy mortgage campaign. Switch from whatever financial institution you have your mortgage with to CIBC and get all these great benefits. I'll give you guys 1 more minute to run down those benefits for listeners who might just be joining us and just want it in a concentrated pitch. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Come in and speak to us at CIBC First Caribbean, where we get comfy with you. Let us have you settle in with your best mortgage terms in the market. You get up to $1,000 on your loan application fee, $500 off your home insurance, and up to $250 off your valuation cost. If you already have a mortgage elsewhere, come in and enjoy a switching cost up to $10,000 US and 5,000 bonus points on a pre-approved credit card. Let's get comfy at CIBC First Caribbean. And before we go, we want to let the public know that we also have another promotion. Just in case our clients are not yet ready for a mortgage, secure your independence. This is our independence promotion. Secure your independence and enjoy up to 90% financing and up to 15 years to repay your land loan with affordable monthly payments. And at any lucky client, one of the lucky clients will get a chance to win 4,000 EC dollars cash back as we celebrate our independence. If you are celebrating 40 years this year, your loan fee is definitely on us. And again, happy independence again to all our listeners and all our customers and the entire country of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Thank you so much. I want to say thank you for reaching out to us as well.
Could you drop your website and phone numbers as well for listeners?
All right. So our website is www.cibcfcib.com. There's lots of information on our website about our current promotions. We also invite customers to sign up for an account via our website. You can maneuver there and do that process, make that application digitally. Our contacts for loan officers, Mr. Kimali Drew, is 466-1853, and Denver Rollins, 662-5462.
Sounds good. Eberna White and Kamali Drew from First Caribbean International Bank, CIBC. Go check out their Get Comfy mortgage campaign at CIBCFCIB.com. Hope you guys have a great day and Good luck with the campaign.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
That was great. Okay, so we finally heard from CIBC. Thank you, Eberna and Kemali. So that sounds pretty good. 4.5%. That's nothing to sneeze at, right?
Yeah,
I would say. Okay, so we have solid waste and the Taiwanese the Taiwanese mission officials are going to be coming up next talking about a recycling program that they got going. We're going to get a quick break and we're going to get ready for that. How about that? Sounds good? Okay.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Hey kids, drink healthy.
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors. Drink the more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy. Drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
Fruta. Fruta full of iron thing. Real fruit juice, not full of vitamin. Pop open the goodness, just dive in. Fruta every night, fruta every morning.
It's the amazing taste and quality in fruit juice you've come to know and love. Anytime, anywhere, any occasion. Fruta is your tastier, better, healthier choice.
We got the vibes, fruta. Real, real nice, fruta.
And for the families, remember to pick up the 1 liter.
And we're getting ready for our next segment. It's 9:32. It's all about solid waste management and the Taiwanese mission and the recycling drive that they've got up and going. We're going to be hearing about that momentarily. Sit tight. 9:35. Well, you're gonna love this. Now everyone's all eco-conscious these days. Talk about recycling, reusing, sustainable living, and all that. Well, we've got Solid Waste and the Taiwanese Mission to discuss and publicize a recycling drive that they're putting on. So we're going to be talking about that. Good morning, everyone. Introduce yourselves.
Yes, we are here. We're ready, and we have the Taiwanese and Solid Waste.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. So tell us, we have already given an introduction as to why you're here, but we want to hear it from you as well. Tell us why you're here this morning.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. Hi, morning, everyone. I'm Joyce from Taiwan Technical Mission for Recycling Projects. So I would like to ask everyone, do you know we do recycling in our island?
Yes.
Oh, really? That's good. So actually, we start from last year. We collect the bottles and also metal cans in both islands, and so we encourage people to do the recycling because we know we have a lot of garbage issue, right?
Yes.
And make the landfill overloading. So that's why we thinking about this is a big issue. So Taiwan would come here to help. Yeah. So we start to build a recycling process, so actually last year, start from June, we first to collect the bottles and the metal cans, and we also set up a schedule in a public location. So maybe I can share some information about that so people notice where we can drop off our bottles.
That would be wonderful, wonderful, because sometimes you see persons just throwing their bottles anywhere.
Let's say the story.
And when you do beach cleanup and you see all the plastic bottles littered across the ground.
Yeah.
So it's very important that persons know where to put their plastic bottles and other garbage.
Yeah, when I saw that, I feel a little bit sad. So anyway, I feel this is good projects to take care of our environmental. And actually, I already see many people change their behavior, their daily life. They're trying to collect more bottles and provide to us. So in St. Kitts, we have 3 locations for Connery and Barclays. For every Tuesday, we switch for each location. For example, like this week, we didn't do the recycle because, Tuesday is a holiday here. So so the next week, we will be the Connery, which is nearby the airport, the roundabout beside the bus stop. Okay, and then the next week we will be Barclays, which is in front the Best Buy in the downtown, the parking lot. Yeah, so it will switch for every Tuesday.
Okay, so tell us, you're going to be in Connery and you're going to be in Buckley's.
Yes.
And you're going to switch every Tuesday. What is expected when you're at these locations? What can persons expect of your team at these locations?
Okay, so actually we will set up a recycling tent layer and the people can drop off their bottles to us and we will scale it and see how much weight. And this part, I also want to tell everyone to encourage more people. When you bring the bottles for us, you can get the points, which is mean 1 pound, you got 1 point. And you have more points, then you can exchange some price. The price is like for example, like the shopping bag or drinking bottles, okay, or maybe some like the filter bottles for the waters. We design some price, which is we want to encourage people, not produce the waste, use their own shopping bag, not use a plastic bag, or use their drinking bottles, something like to reduce the waste generation. Yeah.
I get you. And so what you have said as well is that persons, I want to encourage persons out there to come to these locations. It's going to be every Tuesday.
Yes.
And it's going to be it'll be alternate. So it's one Tuesday is going to be in Buckley's and the other Tuesday is going to be in Connery. And it's an opportunity for persons to bring their plastic bottles for them to be discarded in a proper way by you and your team.
Yes, correct. And also, we every last Saturday for each month, we will be the day as well.
Oh, so Diabe has a do as well. Okay,
Yes,
nice.
yes. So we want to take care more location. And not only in St. Kitts, by the way, also Nevis.
Yes, one federation.
Yes, correct. So Nevis, their schedule is every 2 weeks, Friday. So for example, this Fridays, we will be as patrol in Nevis. And Nevis, we have 4 locations. So it will switch for every 2 Fridays. And let me tell you where is the 4 location. Okay, as patrol in camps and the Big 6 in Gingerland. And also old artisan village in the Charlestown. And also the empty lot between Delta Patrolman gas station and the old house cafe. Yeah. So last 4 location we correct in the Nevis. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, and that's Friday in Nevis, and you have 4 locations in Nevis.
Yes.
Yes, that sounds really good. Is there any other person who like to give a little chip in as to what is happening, what is going on, the excitement, the recycling? I know we have solid waste on board as well, and so I want to hear from the solid waste and to hear what the involvement is.
Okay, hi Azard.
Hi.
I'm Zaria Brown.
Yes.
I'm the new communications and public relations officer at Solid Waste.
Congratulations, Aria.
I'm fresh on the job, and you're not hearing me, correct?
They can hear you better now.
I'm new on the job, and it's fresh for me. And even now that I've started, you'll find I see in everybody who little know.
That happens.
The other day, I driving behind somebody, and I said, "Watch this. She got a napkin hanging out the window. She gonna drop it." I'm just hyper vigilant now, and I'm so happy to be in this position. And I really want the conversation about recycling to be island-wide, federation-wide. I really want people talking about this thing because this whole global warming.
I understand. Trust me.
Hot the place with all these things that we're doing, improper waste disposal, it contributes. And we want the place to be nice again.
Exactly. They say outside again, we want it to be nice and clean again.
Precisely. Essentially, we're in collaboration with the Taiwanese Technical Mission, and we're slated to take over from next year, I think that is. And so we're trying to be a lot more hands-on. We're training our staff, etc., for when that day comes that we can take over and be a more climate resilient and sustainable nation.
Nice, awesome. And I like to say, congratulations and thank you to the Taiwanese, and also in collaboration with Solid Waste, because we've had callers here who have spoken about, certain areas that they wish to be looking more cleaner, for lack of a better, quote unquote cleaner, and for it to be, more beautiful in the sense of ensuring that we live up to that expectation. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And so I am grateful to hear, and I'm sure many persons are grateful to hear what this initiative is about, and to hear from the partners and Solid Waste. Yeah,
I'm actually so happy that we're taking on an initiative like this, because one of the things that I wanted to enforce, and even in my interview for this role, I would have said that I want to encourage collaboration with our organizations and the community at large, because we can't do it on our own. It's a collaborative effort, and it's for the betterment of the federation, essentially,
and I think,
and our region.
And I think opportunities like this, especially engaging in the communities and having hands-on approach, would perhaps garner a greater appreciation of the,
Precisely.
you know, ensuring that the communities are left clean.
Yes.
And to ensure that, you know, they are proper disposable, you know, those bins, disposable bins that are located and easily accessible, so persons don't feel tempted to, oh, I'm going to be holding my bottle in my hand for a long time. No, as you walk, you see a bin and you put it in. Even when I go to functions, you know, I find it hard to just drop me garbage on the ground, even though at certain parties and so, you know, open environment, they encourage you, just put it down. I find that even hard. So I hope that, you know, through this initiative, persons could be encouraged not to litter and to actually keep sinks and neighbors clean.
And just to segue a little bit, I don't want us to only focus on the fact that the place would be untidy. I don't know if you guys would have seen discussions about the outbreak of dengue fever. Improper waste disposal encourages things like this. So we have to think of the bigger picture and the way that it could affect persons. I think a child would have died already in one of those, like the Bahamas or one of them. And you don't want these things to start coming here and affecting us in that way. So we really, like I said, have to make this a collaborative effort and do our part to keep the place tidy.
Awesome. So, any lasting words that you like to give to persons who are now listening?
Well, I would like to speak about the competition. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Elvita Jeffers.
Yes.
I'm the Marketing and Promotional Technician at Taiwan Technical Mission. And this year we are doing a primary school recycling competition for both Nevis and Sinkett School. It started September 11, which was last week Monday, and it ends at the 6th of October, which is a 4-week competition. With this competition, the rules and regulation is simple. You just collect bottles. Parents, encourage your kids, gather up your bottles. It's plastic, just plastics, no metals this time. It will be plastic bottles, any size, detergent bottles, anything that's plastic or plastic containers. Gather up all your plastics, bring them into the school, and my team and I will pass by the school every once a week to weigh the bottles, and we will keep that total until end of the competition. We will have a ceremony where we will announce the grand winner. We have 3 prizes. We have top 1, 2, and 3, and we also have participation awards.
Oh, awesome.
Correct.
So you're encouraged to recycle, and you also encouraged to dispose of your bottles properly.
We currently have 22 primary schools in Sinkist participating and 10 in Nevis.
Yeah, I could imagine, persons just looking and ensuring, okay, instead of throwing my bottles, away at home, they might use it and, even dispose it at the school to gain that extra edge.
It's very exciting. It's not just a competition for us. It's also encouraging the kids them to recycle. We did our first collection last week, and it was amazing to see a particular school had around 3,000 pounds of garbage.
Oh, wow.
Yes, while interviewing the kids, you can see that they not only want the school to win, their school to win and cheering, they are happy and they're excited. And the few questions that we ask them is why recycle? And to see that they're learning and adapting to this culture we're trying to input, as in recycling. They're telling us that, once you have bottles laying around in the ocean, there's no more seafood. They're telling us why they need to cycle and why we need to keep Sinkits clean.
Yes, wonderful. And, I think it's very important that you guys have started with the primary school level, because they are the ones who are most, able to grasp the information and to start to put that into practice. When you get a little older, it's hard to break these habits that have already been inculcated into you. And so at the primary school level, you're getting a good start. Yes.
I spoke to a kid yesterday, and she was saying, I know keeping all my bottles because I want my school to win. They stop littering. They're having the habit of keeping the bottles, learning why recycle is very important.
Yeah, very important.
Just in general terms, though, solid waste. When I used to live in Canada, you used to have to dutifully. You had a bin for plastics, a bin for glass, and a bin for the compostable stuff, and so. When realistically can we expect to start doing that stuff? I mean, can we contribute to this, where we can separate our plastic bottles and maybe bring them to wherever it is they can go off to be recycled? Aside from the school thing, I mean, this is something I would love to do. Is that something that can be done, or is it a program that you guys are thinking about for the future?
Yeah, I think the UK is excited for that because so far this project focus is like plastic bottles and the metal cans. But for the long term, of course, this project is just beginning build up the foundation first. But for long term, we can add more different type. And
fair enough.
Ideally, in your home, supposed to have different cans, different bins for each different type of waste for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Someone has asked a question as to whether or not these plastic bottles would be reproduced into something else. Is there going to be a...
Good question. Actually, here so far our process, we collect the bottles and we compress it, baler it, package, and shipping to outside, overseas. And to the recycling facility, they will make some products. Yeah.
Okay.
So the recycling facility for both islands will be the landfill. We find a space for to make the balers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask a question. Is it just briefly? I mean, I know you're probably not a technician in this field, but is it feasible for us to have any kind of, for example, plastic or aluminum recycling plant here? Is that something that is feasible?
You mean
from a cost standpoint? I mean, I know. I remember asking this about 15 years ago, and the person said that,
I know how
we don't generate enough waste, and you'd probably have to wait like 6 months to have enough. But if the plant was here, where you could maybe bale up the plastic and even export it, is it something that is feasible?
For technical, yes, it can make it. But like you mentioned, cost. Also, you need to have enough. I mean, enough, which is you need to have a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, probably you also need to import from outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, we need to, if you want to do it, you will need to evaluate what kind of product you want to make. Because after you make the product, you need to try to sell it, right? Or make sure it's not another garbage.
Yes.
Right? So
something useful.
Yes, correct. And be honest, so far our marketing in Caribbean is still very small. Be honest, but for long term, maybe it can make it, but it is. We don't know, right? So
yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Oh, he was talking about Jamster. Could you repeat the question?
Oh, well, what I was saying was. Oh, could you just unplug the headphone? Have her unplug the headphone from where it is, unplug it into another one, and it'll probably work. So if you're just joining us, it's on 9:54. We have a very interesting project that's happening with the schools, where we're trying to inculcate in the kids solid waste and the Taiwanese mission, the importance of recycling and sustainable living, collecting your garbage, not leaving things that don't biodegrade lying around your schoolyard, in this case. So I was asking her if it was feasible technically and financially to have recycling plants here for, say, aluminum and plastic and so on. That's what I was asking.
If I may. I think it's a great undertaking simply because recently I was on TikTok, that's the way of the world right now. And I was on the small business side of TikTok, and one of the persons were saying, let me tell you why my swimsuits cost the amount that they cost. And she went through the process about talking about the fact that they use plastic bottles to break down and make turn it into fabric and make the swimsuits. And I think if these are possibilities that are out there, consider us contributing to that and exporting the plastic bales that we would have made.
I love that answer. Good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so I give you guys 2 minutes just
to wrap up.
Reiterate the school, how the school program is going to
So
work.
2 minutes, guys.
Okay, I just want to mention something. Most people were asking me.
Mhm.
Okay, 2 questions normally. So, Joyce, why? How about the paper or glasses? When we can do the recycling flats.
Yes.
So, like I previous mentioned, future. Now we build the foundation first, but maybe future we can add another type.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think most people interested about that question. And second question is, they were exciting to know. So so far, how much we collect the bottles?
Mhm.
Do you think about that? How
Mhm.
many?
Yeah.
You can guess a number.
How many bottles we collected already?
Yeah. For one, almost more than 1 years now.
For the
Both island. Total.
Until now?
Yeah.
Okay, 100,000.
100,000.
Yeah.
You are the first person to answer correct answer.
Wow. What do I win? What do I win? The prizes. What do I win?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a crazy a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yes.
And people say, wow, we have a lot of bottles. I say, no, actually, you think it's a lot, but compare you generate, the bottles, it's less than 10%.
Wow. Yeah. And it's important for you to echo this, and it's important for us to all be stakeholders in the fight and to ensure that we reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yes.
Okay.
I would just like to
Yeah.
give you an idea of the prizes that the
Mhm.
school would win. Okay, first prize will be a TDC gift card of 2,000, office machine gift card of 1,000, and of course a trophy. Second prize will be a TDC gift card of 1,500, and an office machine gift card of 700, and also a trophy. Third place will be a TDC gift card of $1,000, office machine gift card of $500, and a trophy. And we also have participation awards and also Harper's gift card of $250.
Awesome, guys. So, be a part of the initiative with the Taiwanese mission and also the solid waste. So, guys, stick and stay. We're going to take a short break and get back to you.
Rams the good food people always there to serve you. Rams the good food people locations right near you. Rams the good food people in store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices. Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty. Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
Well, it's 1 minute until 10 o'clock. And we got some pictures being taken with the Taiwanese mission and the solid waste management officials. That's pretty much going to do it for Island Tea this morning. So we are going to wrap up.
It has been quite the morning, and it's 10 o'clock already. Oh my gosh, we have had so many talks this morning, so many information, sharing, gathering. It is it is what these programs are about. Persons having different views and being able to express the different views, being able to share their concerns, being able to share their thoughts, and to also give information. We had FCIB who spoke about, the mortgage and being comfortable. They Get Comfy campaign. And then we had the Taiwanese mission in collaboration with Solid Waste speaking about, recycling, the benefits and, the competition that they're having. Of course, we delved into a bit of, talks here, independence, what could have been done better in terms of, the celebration that we had. And of course, these are going to be discussions that are going to continue to be relevant. And it's important to hear from persons. It's important to share your views. And I always say, it's important to express yourself. Express yourself because expression matters. It's one of our fundamental rights, freedom of expression. Of course, no right is absolute. And so you must also be respectful. You must also be when you are expressing your right, ensure that you don't infringe on the right or another right of someone else. So there's a balancing effect, and that is all about it. Life is about balance. And so I want to say blessed morning to you this morning. Hoping you have a wonderful day as the day continues. That was our program, ILNT. I wish you to join us tomorrow as we continue to keep you informed, continue to hear your views, and continue to discuss with you. That's me here today. And, we had Jamster as well. So it's AZ and Jamster, as you like to call it. But, it could be Azard and Trevor. And, we will be joined by Candisie tomorrow.
I like candy.
So, guys, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Found the sound.